Jesus walking on water. How faith learns to stand where fear sinks, when Jesus comes the way you didn't expect. Listen to me very carefully. Not every miracle comes the way you prayed for it. Not every answer looks familiar. Sometimes, help approaches you in a form that first scares you. The disciples were already tired, already fighting waves, already obeying instructions. And then they saw Jesus walking on water. The Bible says they cried out in fear, not because he wasn't God, but because they didn't recognize him in the storm. Tonight, we are not just talking about a miracle. We are talking about faith under uncertainty, the seen obedience, separation, and pressure. Jesus sends the disciples ahead in a boat. He stays behind to pray. Important detail. Sometimes Jesus sends you forward while he stays out of sight. The boat enters the sea. The wind becomes contrary. The night grows darker. And in the fourth watch, when strength is lowest, Jesus comes walking on what was fighting him. That alone is a message. Lesson 1. Jesus walks on what threatens you. The waves that terrified the disciples were beneath Jesus' feet. What they were struggling against, he was standing on. This teaches us something critical. What feels overwhelming to you is already under Christ's authority. The storm was real, but it was not supreme. Take this with you. Just because something scares you does not mean it controls you. Lesson 2. Fear misinterprets divine visitation. When the disciples saw Jesus, they said, "It is a ghost." Fear distorted recognition. This is dangerous. Fear can cause you to mislabel the very help God is sending. Sometimes what you call the end is actually God approaching. Jesus immediately spoke, "Be of good cheer. It is I, do not be afraid." Faith begins when his voice redefines what your eyes see. Lesson 3. Peter, the courage to step out. Peter does something unusual. He says, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come." Notice this. He didn't step out on impulse. He stepped out on instruction. Faith is not recklessness. Faith is obedience with risk. Peter stepped onto water because he trusted the word, not the surface. And for a moment, he walked. Lesson 4. When focus shifts, faith sinks. The Bible says Peter saw the wind, he felt the waves, he noticed the danger, and then he began to sink. Nothing changed externally. Only focus changed. Faith does not fail because storms appear. Faith fails when attention moves from Jesus to circumstances. But notice the mercy. Peter cried, "Lord, save me." And immediately Jesus caught him. Failure did not disqualify Peter. Delay did not occur. Grace is faster than drowning. Lesson 5. Jesus didn't rebuke the storm first. He rescued the man. This is powerful. Jesus didn't calm the storm until after he saved Peter. Meaning, God is more interested in you than in perfect conditions. Sometimes the storm remains because God is teaching trust, not comfort. And when Jesus entered the boat, the wind ceased. Presence ended what panic could not. The real revelation worship after the storm. The disciples said, "Truly, you are the Son of God." They knew him as teacher before. They knew him as healer before. But the storm revealed him as Lord over nature. Some revelations only come after risky obedience. What this story teaches us. From Jesus walking on water, we learn. Jesus stands on what scares you. Fear can misinterpret God's help. Faith steps out on his word. Focus determines stability. Grace rescues before storms end. And here is the question I leave you with. If Jesus is already walking on what you were afraid of, why are you still afraid to step out? Look at him. Listen for his voice. And when he says, "Come," step. Because faith doesn't wait for calm water. Faith walks with Jesus on rough seas. If this message resonates with you, please press the notifications button. Share and subscribe to our channel for more.